Good evening. Seniors, you may be seated. Good evening. If someone asked me how to summarize my experiences at Shawnee Mission Northwest High School in one word, I would not know where to begin. I have made many new friends, and I have gained a great deal of pride in being a student at Northwest. There are so many words to choose from, each seeming more effective than the previous one. However, after looking closely through all of the choices, I found one word that may meet the qualifications. The word is preparation. Everything we do in life, we must prepare for in order to do it in the best way we know how. As young children, our parents prepared us for life's experiences by endowing us with a system of morals and ethics in which to live our dreams. As students, we prepared, or sometimes didn't, for our exams by studying. The faculty and administration at Northwest prepared our minds and bodies through academics as well as athletics in sincere hope of providing our world with bright and energetic individuals. It is through their dedication and devotion, as well as the endurance of all of us here, that tonight we are recognized officially as the class of 1987. Our preparation, however, is far from completed. No one can prepare us for hardships or mistakes, for they come without warning. Life is preparation in various segments: childhood, education, relationships, and very dear friends. As we sit among our classmates, and perhaps later with our families and friends, thank them. Thank them for preparing us for what is waiting out there for everyone, the future. Thank you.
This evening, our opening statement has been delivered by Michael David Kaplow. Michael is a member of the track team, has been a 2-year member of the band, a 3-year letterman in orchestra. As a junior, was the president of the Kansas Junior Academy of Science, received the Presidential Award for Academic Fitness, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Michael is the son of Douglas and Rosemary Kaplow. Several members of the graduating class are addressing their fellow graduates, parents, relatives, and friends this evening. They include Michael Paul Behe, son of Robert and Ophelia Behe. Michael is vice president of the Student Council, a member of the Spirit Club, a football letterman, ran track his sophomore year, and received the Presidential Academic Fitness Award. Miss Gloria Nemi. Gloria is a member of the National Honor Society, a National Merit Commended Student, received the Presidential Academic Fitness Award, was editor of the yearbook, a 3-year member of the debate team, a Kansas scholar, a governor's scholar, and president of the Kansas Junior Academy. Gloria is the daughter of Russell and Rosalie Nemi. Our closing remarks will be given by Miss Stephanie Anderson, daughter of Rudy and Eileen Anderson. Stephanie played soccer her sophomore year, was vice president of the Young Astronauts, a member of the National Honor Society, a Kansas State scholar, and received the Presidential Academic Fitness Award. Our first speaker this evening is Michael Behe.
Tonight marks a very special moment in our lives. From here, we go to learn who we really are. Graduation signifies an end of an era during which we've been growing up. It signals a time for us to separate and move forward as individuals. Each of us, with a diploma in hand and friends at our side, can say, we did it together. Graduation is an achievement in which we should take pride. We can thank our teachers, our administrators, and especially our parents. Occasionally, our high school lifestyles have tried their patience. But most of all, tonight, we should pay tribute to our classmates who have shared our secrets, supported us when we needed it, and even celebrated our successes. These were the people who we were closest to. These were the people who listened. This speech is dedicated to the class of 1987 because we're proud of our accomplishments together. But now it's time for us to move forward. And we can look back at our years at Shawnee Mission Northwest and recall the old saying, our high school years were the best of our lives. Thank you.
As I pondered the significance of graduation, I remembered a particularly appropriate classic Jimmy Stewart movie called It's a Wonderful Life. In the film, Mr. Stewart has the opportunity to view the world as it would have been had he not lived at all. He finds that the world and his community are not nearly as nice of a place and that his existence had truly made a difference. We, on the other hand, will probably never have the chance to see the world as if we had never lived. But it does present to us a challenge to make that important difference and to make an impact on our world. I am a firm believer that there is some reason that every single person is on earth, and it is not just to occupy space. Each of us has different and unique talents and assets that have been cultivated throughout school, thanks to our teachers, parents, and each other, who have helped us to develop and realize our potential. Putting our talents to use is a different matter, albeit one of vital importance. The challenge remains to put the assets to use and make a contribution to society. Don't look back on your life 20 or 30 years from now and wonder if your life has meant something. Know that it has. Begin to justify your existence now. Graduation is only the beginning. The future holds an additional challenge. The knowledge that we will be in control of our world is greeted with anticipation as well as some reluctance. And each of us contributing what we can is a necessity if we hope to make successes of ourselves and our community. The task of taking care of the world is an enormous responsibility that is now on our shoulders. Working together and using the skills and knowledge we have gained in school and in life can only breed success. Graduation marks the end of one phase in our lives, but the beginning of another. Consider it an accomplishment that will lead to more successes in the future if each of us is willing to be productive human beings. Not only can each of us make a difference, but we must. We have been primed for the world, and from tonight on, it is up to us to make sure that in retrospect, we know that we have met that wonderful challenge and have truly made a difference. And finally, I would like to leave you with a parting thought, compliments of Lyndon B. Johnson. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or to lose. Thank you.
The class of 1987 has grown academically during their time at Northwest High School. Due to a lack of time, we cannot comment upon each of these achievements. However, certain commendations demand our attention. 101 members of the graduating class tonight have been elected to the National Honor Society. We will not name each of them, but we ask that you note their names in your program, and we want to present them to you. 78 seniors have been members for 2 years, and 23 members were selected this year. Would the National Honor Society members of the graduating class please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Each year in the Shawnee Mission schools, we recognize the top 10 graduating seniors. In many schools, the top 2 graduates will be presented as the valedictorian and salutatorian of the class. With 527 graduates, it is very difficult for us to narrow this honor to 2 students. Therefore, we choose to recognize the top 10 graduates of the class, knowing there are still many other students here who have accomplished much and who are deserving of accolades and your applause. However, this year we have a tie for the 10th position. Therefore, we will be presenting the top 11 students. At this time, I will present alphabetically the top 11 graduates of the class of 1987. Would each graduate stand as his or her name is read and remain standing until all 11 names have been read? We would ask that you hold your applause until all 11 have been introduced. Our top 11 graduates are Quan Bui, Daryl Condon, Matthew Cooley, Mark Duff, Troy Feast, Jerry Kung, Helen Lopez, Courtney Newcomer, Gloria Nemi, Karen Tetzloff, and Reka Vimaretti. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to present to you those platform guests who will be assisting with the presentation of diplomas this evening. Mrs. Sue Gamble. Mrs. Gamble is a member of the Board of Education, Unified School District number 512, representing the Northwest area. Mrs. Joan Bowman. Mrs. Bowman is a member of the Board of Education, Unified School District number 512. Dr. Raj Chopra. Dr. Chopra is the superintendent for the Shawnee Mission Unified School District number 512. Dr. Lyle Stenfors. Dr. Stenfors is the Associate Superintendent for Business Services for the Shawnee Mission Unified School District number 512. Dr. Don Wilson. Dr. Wilson is the Associate Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction for the Shawnee Mission Unified School District number 512. Mr. Roger Chalk, Associate Principal, Northwest High School. Mr. Harlan Hess, Associate Principal, Northwest High School. And Dr. Gerald Lillian, Associate Principal, Northwest High School. And 3 faculty members who have been chosen to call the roll for the last time. Mr. Bob Shaley, member of the Guidance and Counseling Department. Mrs. Julie Niddle, teacher in the Mathematics Department. And Mr. Greg Parker, teacher in the Language Arts, Performing Arts Department. We thank you for assisting us tonight. Also assisting with the ceremonies tonight are some 130 members of the Northwest faculty. One of the real strengths of Northwest High School is its truly outstanding faculty and staff. Many of our graduates will tell you that their accomplishments would not have been possible without the encouragement, the patience, and the guidance of this fine faculty. Faculty members, we thank you for the impact you have had on the lives of these young people. It is most appropriate that you are a part of these graduation ceremonies tonight because you have been so much a part of each graduate's success. I am proud of you, and this community is proud of you. Parents, I commend you for your encouragement and support of these students as they pursued their high school education. Your commitment to learning and to excellence has permitted these students to succeed and, in many cases, to excel. You, too, deserve recognition on this occasion. And now, let us turn to the graduating class of 1987. This has been a class that we have enjoyed having as a part of the Northwest student body. You have made outstanding contributions to your school as well as to your community. Many of you have become our personal friends, and we trust that friendship continues. We want to know how you are doing in the future and ask that you keep in touch. On this commencement occasion, our hope is that the last 3 years have provided you with a foundation for a rewarding and fulfilling future. We are now prepared to present each candidate with a diploma. While we prepare to distribute the diplomas, we request your patience and cooperation. The ceremony has been planned by a student and faculty committee under the leadership of senior class sponsors Roxy Yao and Dr. Beverly Nichols. They have planned a program that is dignified and one that is to be remembered with pride and honor. We recognize that commencement is most appreciated by parents, grandparents, other relatives, and friends. Each one of you has come tonight to hear the name of that special graduate and to see him or her receive the diploma. We want each of you to hear and see as much as possible. So please help us by observing the following courtesies. First, we welcome applause of all of our graduates. However, in keeping with the dignity of the ceremony, we ask that you hold your applause until the names of all candidates have been read. After all names have been read, the entire class will stand. Graduates will move the tassel from right to left, signifying graduation. At that time, you will be invited to join in applause for the entire class. Third, following the closing statement, our platform guests, the faculty, and the graduates will participate in the recessional. We ask that you remain seated until all graduates have recessed. You ready? Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Raj Chopra, who will present the class of 1987.
Mrs. Bowman, Mrs. Gamble, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure as Superintendent of Shawnee Mission Schools to present to the Board of Education the class of 1987 of Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. Each student here has successfully completed all requirements as set forth by the Board of Education, Unified School District number 512, and by the state of Kansas. Students, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your diploma.
Ritu Agarwal, James Alden, Thomas C. Alexich, Raj A. Alada, Tracy D. Allen, Tricia A. Allen, Steve E. Alvarez, Molly A. Anderson, Stephanie R. Anderson, Kathleen D. Armstrong, Keith E. Arnold, Brett J. Ashby, Christopher T. Asif, Tiffany F. Atkins, Craig C. Atkins, Lisa Bear, Kevin B. Bagley, Brian D. Bailey, Jennifer Lynn Baker, James C. Bamber, thank you, John R. Bannett, Lisa M. Bates, Jennifer L. Bauman, Michael P. Behe, Brent S. Bays, Stephanie S. Beam, Douglas H. Beardsley, Norma E. Beckford, Christy L. Byriger, Aaron C. Bell, Jennifer T. Bennett, Robert G. Berard, William H. Berner, Stephen M. Berry, Kimberly G. Blackman, Aaron P. Blair, Teresa A. Blothus, Charmaine A. Bobsky, Bethany K. Bocox, Sandra Jane Bonert, Melissa Bono, Kelly Boone, David W. Bosch, Laurie Lynn Bozick, Kevin K. Bostick, Stephanie Ann Bordeaux, Sharon E. Bowdish, Jeffrey Lee Bowen, Barry Lynn Boyd, Mark T. Bozich, Michael B. Bosley, Thomas Martin Brady, Scott A. Braun, Jennifer D. Bray, Nancy D. Broughton, Andrew E. Brown, Jeffrey R. Brown, Michael B. Brown, Michael D. Brown, Russell Michael Brown, Tamara M. Brown, Kevin E. Bruns, Shelley Boer, Kim Win Phan Bui, Quan Phan Bui, Christine M. Birch, John P. Burke, Rita L. Bird, Jason Matthew Cady, S. Francisco Calderon, James K. Caldwell, Stephen J. K. Capilouto, Richard K. Kapling, Tavish M. Cardiff, Travis D. Carlisle, Brenda S. Carpenter, Tasha L. Carey, Stacy Elizabeth Castleberry, John M. Cherico, Tammy C. Clark, Emmy Elizabeth Clay, David L. Clement, James R. Coates, Marla Coldiron, Sam R. Cole, Sheila A. Collier, Darrell J. Condon, Cindy Lee Cook, Matthew Cooley, Scott M. Coons, Michael L. Cooper, Deanna L. Copeland, Colin Costello, Bradley V. Cox, Matthew S. Davis, Nicole L. Day, Ray De La Pena, Douglas L. Deedy, Wendy M. Dean, William Dean Derringer, Michelle L. Dewey, Lisa L. Dittman, Wendelin Renee Ditto, Michael F. Donnellan Jr., Pam J. Doughton, Michael W. Douglas, Dana Dover, Deidre Janine Dowd, Laura P. Drawbaugh, Carmen Druitz, Mark A. Duff, Mark T. Duffy, Rebecca D. Dukestein, Amy M. Doolin, John B. Dunn, Darren S. Dupriest, Stephanie K. Duval, Kirk M. Dewey, Kelly A. Edmister, Kevin Lee Egbert, Timothy L. Elliott, Vicki L. Ellis, Jeffrey D. Ely, Stacy L. Emberton, Robin F. Ernie, Bradley T. Arago, Melissa Estes, Craig A. Estopar, Christy A. Evans, Randall J. Evans, Troy Dean Fees, Christopher J. Feld, Julie K. Ferguson, Stephanie M. Farrell, Cynthia Nanette Fields, Scott R. Fluke, Stacy K. Fortress, Robert L. Francis, Bradley John Franzen, Dana K. Fuller, Lori L. Funk, Letitia Marie Gadwood, Clint Galloway, Renata Renee Garcia, Curtis M. Gardner, Patricia S. Gaston, Shannon J. Gieber, Allison K. Gilhausen, Kevin Joseph Girton, Jennifer L. Gleason, Nick Goetcher, Randall Paul Godwin, Chris-Ann M. Golding, John M. Goodnight, Gail L. Gottschalk, Joanne M. Goff, Laura A. Gray, Michael P. Gray, Jeffrey Ray Green, Tamara S. Griggs, Kathleen Grimm, David A. Grodzitsky, Bradley B. Guston, Brant K. Hagman,
Eric Hagerman, Douglas Ryan Hall, Amy N. Hammer, Kevin Douglas Hammer, William Kurt Hampton, Jill Christine Haney, Dave O. Hanneman, Meredith L. Hansen, Richard A. Hara, Robert L. Harbolt, Amy S. Harnish, Christopher D. Hart, Cynthia Hart, Stacy L. Harvey, Joseph Hayes, Thomas J. Heath, Clifford L. Hedges, Jr., Scott M. Hedrick, J. Michael Hellings, Patrick W. Hendricks, Tamara F. Hinton, Julie Herbst, David J. Hernandez, Matthew L. Higdon, Cherry B. Hodges, Tracy B. Hodges, Perry E. Hooven, James L. Hofer, Sonia Lee Hofer, Julia R. Holmes, Robert J. Hobson, Kevin M. Howard, Michael A. Ruby, Corey R. Hunt, D. Brian Hunt, Katie Lynn M. Iglesias, Troy D. Elam, Scott W. Jabay, Jan M. Jackson, Melissa Jarvis, Stephen R. Johns, Arn L. Johnson, Crystal Johnson, Holt Johnston, Peter Y. Jew, Kimberly D. Giuliano, Krista N. Julian, Christine Giuliano, Michael Kaplow, Christine M. Camp, Akiko Kaneko, Trisha Cattell, Kimberly D. Keaton, Kiersey M. Kekalainen, Corey K. Keeling, David Anthony Kemp, Brad M. Kern, Kelly Kearns, Gregory Scott Kerr, Christopher Kilcullen, Heath A. Kimberling, Stephen K. Kimmerer, Richard Kinder, Mike M. Clarish, Shannon Mainster, Kenneth Philip Koch, Kathleen L. Keller, Jason R. Cole, Jerome R. Cole, Marcy L. Kraft, Kelly Ann Kreitzer, Jerry K. Kuhn, Leslie Jean Laddish, Carrie D. Lake, Sean R. Landry, Daniel J. Lang, Audra E. Langford, Julie A. Lanker, Melissa Marie Lanker, Thomas J. Laporta, John P. Larkin, Elizabeth Larson, Stephen T. Lawson, Daniel D. Leap, Marie Ann Leith, Teresa K. Lee, Mark B. Leffingwell, Barbara J. Legg, Dan R. Lemerand, Gregory F. LaRue, Julianne Linscott, Christopher T. Lavella, Lee Heather Logan, Anthony P. Lamont, Francis A. Lopez, Helen M. Lopez, Valerie R. Loros, Michael Lucart, Catherine Lynch, Charlene Jody Mahoney, Jeffrey M. Mallory, Jill A. Mallory, Kelly Mello, Daniel J. Malone, Michael T. Malone, Stanley D. Manus, Christine Manning, Vadran Lynn Manuel, Barry A. Martins, Brad A. Martins, Jill A. Martinson, Paul L. Martin, Clifford James Mason, Jonna Matthews, Tricia J. Matthews, P. Diane Maurer, Brett A. Mauser, Deborah L. Mayfield, Bridget Mayer, Michael P. McInerney, Vicki Lynn McBride, Kimberly Jean McClure, Charles Clifton McEwen, Audra Marie McDermott, Patrick C. McDermott, Danica S. McDonald, Mark A. McDonald, Aaron McKinney, Holly M. Meinhold, Richard S. Mann, Wendy S. Merrick, Brandon M. Meyer, John M. Meyer, Michelle D. Meyer, Tawny J. Michaud, Danielle Michelle McCoy, Aaron M. Miller, Robert B. Miller, Katrina Y. Miner, James Heath Minshew, Brandy K. Moling, Amy L. Moore, Andrew S. Moore, Gloria K. Neamy, Raymond R. Moore, Kelly J. Morrison, Karen L. Muir, Newton Mulford, Tina D. Murray, Jana G. Musica, Lisa Marie Nading, Julie K. Nero, Audria K. Neese, Courtney L. Newcomer, Teresa L. Nicholson, Michael W. Nikoski, Kyle R. Niemakel, Janice E. Neinmeyer, Kim E. Nixon, Gregory S. Noel, Chris M. Noland, John D. North, Shannon K. Nowak, Todd W. Novak, Timothy R. Nunn, Kimberly M. O'Bannon.
Matthew J. Opitz, Jason Serge Orenzoff, Christina L. Orser, Reed S. Ostrom, Lisa M. Owen, Jeffrey C. Owens, Karen E. Polito, James R. Palmisano, Joseph Panagasser III, Joanne Panowitz, James C. Parker II, Michelle Lee Parrott, Craig S. Parrish, Christopher L. Parrott, Tricia A. Peak, Joanne Louise Pierce, Anna Marie Penna, Douglas T. Penner, Robert A. Perez, Ronald Francis Perigo, Brent Allen Peters,
Straight ahead. Go ahead.
Vincent R. Payton Jr., Suzanne M. Phelps, Ann E. Phillips,
Go on. Straight out. Extend your hand, Dan.
Melissa Phillips, Nicole R. Phillips, Robin L. Phillips, Mary Anita Pearson, Sherry L. Pitko, Matthew W. Pittman, Amanda L. Plaster, Brianna S. Powell, Ingo Pudlatz, Jeffrey M. Reagan, Eric S. Ray, Michael Ray Ramirez, Rebecca E. Randall, Kathleen Ann Randazzo, Nicole Lynn Randall, N. Beth Randolph, Amy C. Ranner, Joni L. Rankin, Christian S. Rea, Randolph C. Redeker, Gina A. Reed, Tina A. Reed, Carrie C. Regan, Lisa M. Reistroffer, Shad Rennie, Patrick Jonathan Reyes, Melissa Diane Rhodes, James E. Rich, James D. Rydell, Stephanie L. Rydell, Julie Ann Riggs, Mikkel R. Rinker, Jeffrey R. Roberts, James M. Robinson, Christine Lynn Rogers, Shannon L. Rogers, Matthew L. Rose, Matthew K. Roskowski, Mandy Ross, Suzanne R. Ross, Carissa J. Rowland, Tressa K. Rumler, Ernest Rupp, Jr., Margaret A. Sampson, David E. Sanders, Jill M. Sandin, Stacy Lynn Sandusky. Craig Edward Sargent. Lisa Sasser. Amanda Sue Sawyer. Shelley L. Schlottauer. Kristen C. Schmidt. Gary Schmidt. Sandra C. Scholler. David A. Schrader. Jordan W. Schrader. Robert D. Schroeder. Mary Beth Schweiger. Stephanie Ann Seals. Richard Joseph Sears. Christopher Siegel. Michael G. Sexton. Thomas A. Schashberger. Charles S. Shirley. David E. Schultz. Amber R. Siemens. Jody Claire Singer. Deborah E. Sissel. Gareth Michael Skarka. Anita M. Smith. Carrie Diane Smith. Christopher D. Smith. Cynthia L. Smith. Mark Smith. Stephanie G. Smith. Stephen D. Smith. Richard A. Snow. Abul Gazem Sobhaini. Scott W. Speckman. Donna M. Spezio. Joel C. Spiller. Bradley H. Staley. Elena M. Stambaugh. Carrie A. Stanley. Clifford B. Stevens. Shannon E. Stirk. David D. Stewart. Jennifer L. Stewart. Michael L. Stitsworth. Jeffrey D. Stryker. Stephanie Jean Stewart. Eveline M. Sullivan. Nikki Sapika. Charles Sutherland Jr. Michelle R. Sutton. John R. Swank. Ashley L. Sweat. Laura Lynn Zumandera. Ricky Ray Tate. Jeffrey A. Talby.
What's your name?
Julie Tapman.
What's your name here?
I said your name already.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You want
Whose name?
I heard that. Julie.
Julie A. Tavener. William O. Taylor. Sherry A. Terranova. Karen S. Tetzloff. Jennifer K. Thomas. James Wright Thornhill. Lee Tiller. Timothy F. Tittle. Ronald D. Toomey. Diane Marie Torres. John A. Taus Jr. Thomas B. Tracy. David T. Tusner. Stephen J. Tuck. Nancy F. Youthy. Ivan S. Valdivia. Michael R. Van Gorp. John E. Van Lindingham. Ellen Vaughn. Reka Vemeretti. Laura A. Vinciguerra. Clinton W. Vineyard. Amy E. Voigt. Douglas Vollenweider. Douglas Lee Vossen. Jennifer L. Waco. Tiffany D. Waits. Karen Elizabeth Walker. Matthew D. Wall.
Extend your right hand.
Beverly Y. Waller. Diane L. Waters. Paul E. Watkins. Tiffany M. Watson. Kevin D. Weekly. Amy E. Weaver. James L. Weaver. James L. Webster II. Laura F. Weehee. Danette A. Wheeler. Gerald T. Wigington. Brandon L. Williams. David A. Williams. Tina L. Williams. Christopher W. Winds. Angela E. Wood. Constance S. Worthy. James W. Wright. Michael T. Yarbrough. Julie D. Yeager. Melanie D. Yerta. Janet Lynn Yost. Catherine D. Zahner. Greg Zahner. Stephen T. Zimmer. Erin L. Zimmerman. Brenton E. Zinger.
Okay, class of '87, this is what you've been waiting for. Stand up and we'll turn our tassels. Woo! Ready? On three. Oh! You're graduates now. Sit down. Okay. Sit down. Okay, party animals, sit down. Do you all remember the first time you drove a car? It was a weird kind of feeling, wasn't it? Because half of you is sitting there thinking, whoa, dude, pretty soon I'm going to be so cool and so independent, I won't have to beg mom to take me places anymore. I can just hop in the car and go. And if I want to stop at McDonald's along the way, I can stop. Now that's freedom. But then the other half of you is saying, holy cow, I can't believe they're actually going to let me have control of this huge vehicle. Don't they realize the damage I could do? Why, I could hit another car or a person, or I could roll the whole thing into a ditch. This is pretty scary. But remember, the scary part is what made it exciting. Well, that's how it is right now. The only difference is that the vehicle is not the family sedan, it's your life. And from now on, we are going to have so much control over our lives. We can do what we want to do, go to college, get a job, or just bum around. We can go wherever we want to go, California, New York, Timbuktu. And every decision is going to be ours. On the other hand, I don't know about you guys, but I'm afraid of the mistakes that I might make. What if I flunk out of college the first semester? What if I can't find a job? Or worst of all, what if I end up living with my parents until I'm 25? It's all pretty scary, but like I said, the scary part is what makes it exciting. So, here we are, looking down the road, behind the wheel, ready to turn the key, with one thought going through our minds. We're young, we're strong, and we're free now!
At this time, we will now have a recessional. We would ask our audience to please remain seated until all graduates and faculty have recessed. Thank you.